I've got quite an appetite today, so I'm gonna make some hash browns here. So I got my Yukon Gold, they're all cleaned up. Got my salad spinner here full of water so I can put my browns in it and then I'll rinse them out. All right, time for KP duty. Who knows what's coming? I'm getting ready. Got the hash browns in the salad spinner. And now I'll put the lid on and I'm gonna rinse it out, get all that starch out of it. Then I'm gonna keep it in water while I prepare some meat, chop up some onions. I'm gonna make a special type of hash brown, and I'm gonna make my Salisbury steaks tonight. So I have it all rinsed out, and then I'm gonna put some garlic salt on, mix it all up. Then I'm going to fill it back up with water and let it sit while I prepare the meat, because I do not want this, turning gray. That's the problem with potatoes. You got to keep them in water, and then you really got to get them dry when you cook them. So we'll get her done. All right, tonight my exotic meats are country pork, ground sausage, and ground lamb. I'm going to mix it up tonight 50-50. And you can actually, when I'm done with this, you could just barbecue these patties and they'll be awesome. But I told you I'm going to save you money. So we got, and you can do this instead of the lamb, use hamburger. Because this barbecue pork is like $1.50. And that's a pound. Mix that with your hamburger and lamb, and you're set. You got a lot, you can feed a lot of mouths that way. But another thing is, I got a lot of different blends, but I gotta save some things for later. So anyway, got a half onion chopped up for the meat, a couple eggs, some Italian seasoning here, Italian breadcrumbs, of course, and jalapeno lemon pepper, black peppercorn, kosher salt, rosemary, and paprika. And like I say, the basics for a lamb is lemon and butter, lemon, garlic, butter. Have it on a rotisserie and go for it. But you know what they call a lamb with no seasoning? Mutton. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon or so to all these ingredients here. And another thing about making more meat for your family and friends, the secret is, besides buying some cheap meat and adding it in, it's quality. I mean, $1.60 is pretty expensive for this particular kind. Is breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup, and I'll probably do a 1/2 cup to 3/4, and that'll beef it up, man. Be able to feed Connor with it. I almost forgot to add the garlic powder. Oh well, yeah, I'm out of the fresh garlic, but garlic powder will work fine. All right, now the fun part. Got my gloves, and I gotta mix it all up. It'll be just like Play-Doh. Breadcrumbs added. Now I'm gonna mix it up. So I held the bowl with my right hand, and then as I mixed it with my left hand, and as I mixed it with my right hand, I add a little bit of Italian breadcrumbs at a time until it dries it out, because I added a couple eggs, and it gets to a real nice texture. So now I'm going to stick it in the fridge for a few before I make my patties, and I'm going to work on getting ready for my gravy. So I'm going to make 5 cups of gravy to start with, and I'm going to go with 4 chicken bouillon cubes and 2 beef. I think that's the way to do it, and I'm not going to use a microwave. I'm going to use a pan. get the water boiling a bit, and then turn it down and drop the cubes in. Those cubes add a lot more flavoring than stuff you buy in the box at the store. And I can always add a little more water to it if I want more gravy. If I was going to work, I'd fill that crock pot up and then come home for dinner and I have tons of gravy. But anyway, I love my gravy. And I'm gonna get my get this going. Get my measurements out for my, so I do a heaping tablespoon each for with flour. And then I'll cook that up in the pan with some butter and the grease. Cook it up till it's kind of baked. Then I'm going to add in my broth, mix that in. And as this broth cools, I'll probably add a couple tablespoons of cornstarch to it, because I don't want any lumps. The base is ready for the gravy. Wow, my broth is smelling really good. Let's check it here. All right. So the broth cubes are all broken down. So I'm going to take it off the burner, set it on the cold burner, let it cool off a bit. So I decided to do onion rings without batter and the gravy with the mushrooms. I'm just trying this cord out. It's a lot easier to just cut it in half and then take your knife and make a hole, but this is quick and not so messy. A little dangerous though. So this is what I got out of my 2 pounds of meat. Pretty burly burgers. So I'm coming over here, I got my hash browns. I'm tight on time, so I put them in the microwave. 3 minutes, and then took them out, let them cool. Put it in for 2 more minutes, so they're pretty dry. So I'm gonna do, add some more onion chopped up, at least it's not bell peppers. And I'm gonna add hash browns in here, 1 egg, and then I'm gonna add some all-purpose flour in there. Probably about a 1/4 cup to start with. And then I'm gonna mix it all up and make some more patties. Man, what are hash browns without eggs? Now I gotta mix all this up and make some patties. I like to make bird nests, so we'll see if it holds together. My favorite part, put the meat down. That's looking real tasty. So I gotta take them off and start making the magic happen with my special gravy. Alright, go. Alright, gotta add a little flour in here. Had a little mishap. Should have got it on film. Dump the whole pan. I don't have quite as much butter as I like in here, but it'll be fine. Yeah. So I gotta cook in flour here, kind of bake it. That's the key in butter. And you don't need to buy that stuff in a packet. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, Tina. Whoa! Is that looking good or what? You can add salt or whatever, in a while. Okay. So now, it's time for me to add the broth. Oh, but oh. Okay. Dump that. Alright, mix that in. Look at that go. Turn it up a little bit. up to a boil. I'll turn it down to a simmer. I'm going to add in my meat. All right, so I got my gravy going up to a boil. I turn it down low. Gonna add the meat. Probably flip them in a half hour or so. Watch Ghostbusters. Okay, that's in there. Now I want to do some busters here. I got extra for tomorrow. I made barbecue burger for breakfast. Who knows what I'll do. But I mean, this is sure a great meal on a low budget. Shrooms in a little better. I like my freaky fungus. Among Us. Okay, now. Sexy rings. These take a little time to do. But at least I'm not adding bell peppers tonight. You guys are probably sick of that. So we got this going. I'm going to put the lid on. And just let it simmer on low. Alright, Tina's plated up. I don't think I showed you how to cook the potato pancake. It's pretty doggone good, but I'm doing that next. I'm starving, so I'm not going to make a bird's nest. Alright, my potato pancake is down. That potato pancake looks mighty fine. Just need some gravy. And I think a couple quarter-pound burgers. Well, I'm not very good on presentation, but I'll tell you, this thing is going to taste way better than it looks. All right. You guys have a great Sunday tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe not. Anyway, like and subscribe. See ya.